What do you need improvement in?
Just want to go through and win.
What is the purpose of overthinking? You're taking care of your loved one. That's how you can increase your sales.
Hello, everybody. This is Ferris.
And this is Caleb Lenore, and welcome to another episode of Conversations with the Homecare Guyz.
Man, Caleb, we are in for a treat today, brother.
Yes. We have restaurateur, entrepreneur,
Melanated Vegan Queen herself.
Yes, herself, Kristin Hope. Welcome to the show. We're happy to have you today.
Hello.
Kristen, girl, oh my gosh. First of all, I'm excited to see you. I mean, I can't wait for us to go through and delve deeper into your story, man. But how's everything coming along for you?
It's going well. I can't complain. So, I mean, it's another day. I'm alive, so I can't complain.
Exactly. Yeah. Man, y'all, Kristen has been on an entrepreneurial journey, and like I said, I think she has a story that's going to inspire others to go through and continue to go through and live their best life. Kristen's a wife, is a mother, a chef, a melanated, self-proclaimed vegan queen as well. So we're going to be hitting every last aspect of Kristen's life as well. But Kristen, before we get started, tell people, who is Kristin Hope?
Yes.
Well, Kristin Hope, she was born and raised in Haddock, Georgia. It's kind of close to Milledgeville, about 25 minutes away. Country living. I am a country girl at heart. I love to bake. I love to cook. I am a wife to Sean Hope.
Yes.
I have 3 children. Well, we are a blended family of 6. So he have 3 kids. I already had 2. And so we have 1 together. So we are a blended family of 6. And that's about it.
Oh my goodness, girl. Look. And so guys, so Kristen, first I met you and I met you first, and I met your husband secondly as well. And I met you through some of your entrepreneurial endeavors, girl. So Kristen and her husband, they were the owner of Hope's Creation Bakery.
Yes.
Which, oh my gosh.
Which were, you all made the most amazing cookies and sweets.
And
y'all,
chicken salad.
and
Oh my God.
Amazing.
And Sean's seasoning sauce. I still have some. I think I bought a couple extra bottles. So I have some. But man, so I want to kind of start off there, then we'll go back to Haddock and everything. But what actually started your entrepreneurial journey?
Well, like I always tell people, I'm very, I guess, insubordinate. So I don't like to take instructions from other people. So I just feel like I was a natural born leader. So I was a sleep technologist. I was working in Griffin at the hospital. And one day it was like, baby, it's time to go.
Oh, wow.
It's time to go.
Time to wake up.
I mean, I think I was missing 1 patient that night. And we were supposed to be, I think, 2 patients to 1 tech. And 1 patient didn't come. One of her patients didn't come. So it was only 2 patients. I said, listen, Kim, this is my last night. So I typed my letter, I left the keys, my badge, and I drove 1 hour and 30 minutes home.
Wow.
And I didn't get home till maybe like midnight. And then I just told my husband, listen, I quit my job. So I don't know what we're going to do.
What was his reaction?
That's a good one.
He was just like, hey, if they're not treating you right, I mean, all I can do is bag you.
Wow, shout out to the supportive husband.
That is great. That's a great answer.
Yeah, he said, all I can do is bag you. But right before I went to bed, only thing I could hear God would say, it's time to bake. That's all I heard was, it's time to bake. And literally that night, about 1 o'clock in the morning, me and Sean, we went in, we raided the kitchen.
Wow.
And we started baking. And I think that was in 2016. I think I still got that post on Facebook.
Wow.
And we literally started posting stuff at 1 in the morning. Like, ain't nobody woke. So we started posting strawberries, dipped pretzels, cupcakes, and we just laid it all out. And we was like, we're just gonna see what the reaction of the people gonna be.
Right.
But there I was like, can I put an order in? We was like, okay, this is the green light.
Wow.
We gotta go.
Yes.
So I baked in my house for probably about a year, and we outgrew the home. And that's when we opened the first bakery in 2017 on 49. That's when I met you.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
Goodness.
And just like Caleb said, I mean, delicious treats. And because that's how I kind of got introduced on social media. I'm like, man, it was just so viral. Like, who is this Kristin Hope? I'm like,
right.
I got to try this stuff. Because you had some banana pudding that was like amazing.
Award-winning banana pudding, actually, yeah.
Exactly. Still award winning. You just won a award.
Well, I won for my vegan food.
Okay.
Yes, for Taste of Milledgeville at Georgia College.
Oh my goodness,
that's amazing.
But that's one thing I got introduced to you through social media, and that's a big shout out for those that are interested in actually starting their companies or starting. I like how you did it fearlessly. You all just, you and your husband got together, came on one accord, and said, let's just do it. Let's bake some stuff and put it on social media, and let's see the response of the community. And it was amazing.
Well, I want to ask you, because it seems like just kind of hearing your story, how important was a business plan? Was that even important, or was it just more so actions was like, you know what, we got to do it. I'm feeling the energy. I feel the pulse of what's going on. Like, was that important, a business plan, or just kind of taking action?
Well, right now, I would tell somebody, have a business plan. Okay. I didn't have none, so I can't speak for other people, but I know me, I take risk. I go out on faith, and I'll just worry about that later. But in this day and age, I would say definitely have a business plan. You need to have everything rolled out. Like, I didn't have no money in the bank.
Wow.
My credit was tore up. You ain't tore up now, though. My credit was messed up. I didn't have any money. I just really went out on faith. And it just kind of, went from there. But I would say to the next person, definitely have a business plan. Like, you can't do nothing without a plan.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I like that you said that, because I think as entrepreneurs, sometimes just because we start off a certain way, faith, favor, and blessings, they're bestowed upon us, because I think the person, like in the Bible says, write the vision, make it plain. I'm like, and I know sometimes we go out there and hit a home run with the first hit, but most entrepreneurs, they may strike out.
Right.
So people have to learn from our journeys, even though it may have worked for us. Right. But hey, the best thing to do is to go there and think that thing through. The best thing to do is go there and write that plan out, to go there and make sure that we count the costs up.
That's right.
Because I know we've all, if we kind of talk about our war stories, there have been times where we've probably overpaid for certain things, or finances came short. It's because we didn't have a plan.
Yeah, and a lot of people just don't have the tenacity like we all do. Like, especially like, we didn't have a business plan with our business. And so, but I wouldn't say it's so important.
It's very important.
What tell me, so we know how you got in baking, and how you just quit your job. You say, you know what, we're going to put some post up and people start ordering. Tell me, what was some of your best baked goods that you really just like fell in love with?
Well, my best baked good were definitely, like you said, the cookies. The cookies, the banana pudding, and the cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
Those three were like the top. And then we started incorporating food, which was the chicken salad.
Yeah. That's his favorite.
Yeah. The chicken salad definitely was a hit. And salads, because a lot of people didn't do salads.
Correct.
Outside, salads to go, but a lot of people didn't do salads. So salads was a big hit.
Yes.
But definitely the banana pudding. Like, people still talking about it. They still trying to order it.
Exactly. Like, hey, that's another phase in life. So let's talk about some of your uphill battles, because as an entrepreneur, sometimes we go through and hit that wall. Like, what was one of the walls that you hit, but you kept persevering to go through? Because it could be something with finance, it could be something with access, location. Like, what was one of the things early on in life and early on in the business that you realized that it was a hurdle that you had to go through and overcome?
Well, I would say the first thing definitely was location, because we was on 49. Like I tell people, you got to crawl before you walk.
Yes.
So it was the first thing that we could get to. And like I said, we didn't have money.
Correct.
And so the little trailer that was next door to the bakery, it was connected. So my dad and my dad and my cousin made a sacrifice to say, hey, we're going to move here so we can all split the bills. So a lot of people didn't know that.
I love that.
So it was all connected together. So we split it 3 ways because I couldn't afford to be there.
Exactly.
Wow.
So they said, we're just going to move here.
Wow.
So my daddy moved from where he was. Her lease was up. She said, I'll move there and we're going to tackle this thing together.
Let's pause right there for a second. Because that right there, these are some of the unheard of stories right there that made you all what y'all were as well, because I think family is so important, and coming together. And though it's your dream, the support of that support system around you, they said, we're going to do something to go through and make sure that you don't have to carry the load by yourself.
That's right.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. So have your cousin and your dad, have they always been supportive of your dreams and goals?
They have. My cousin Crystal.
Oh, shout out to Kristen. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Brilliant, smart, multi-talented. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Crystal. And I mean, my dad, he ain't got a tap of sense, Jesus. But anything behind his baby girl, he gonna come. If I say, Dad, let's go get this house, he gonna say, where is it? Let's go.
You know what? So I would say that those were your what you call it, angel investors.
Yes.
They were your angel investors, because they say, we see your vision, we see your dream, and we're gonna pursue it, and we're gonna back you up.
That's right.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
But just like you said, people only invest in people they believe in.
That's right.
So I guarantee if you were not actually going anywhere, if because it takes a leader, and though maybe you may not have had a plan written out, they had enough faith in you to go through and believe that you were the leader for that business as well. And it takes that faith, and you earn that. You earn that as well.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
So I want to know this. I want to know like your confidence level, like especially was this your first business that you pretty much kind of? Okay, so please tell me about your confidence level, because it seems like you had a lot of confidence in order to say, you know what, this is going to work. We're going to get a storefront. So please describe that for me.
My confidence was on 10.
Okay.
But I think the moment I got in and I realized that you got sales tax, you got to, well, I think 2 employees at the time. It was my little sister and my little cousin. But I mean, they still was employees.
Yes.
Right. So I still had to pay workers' comp in case somebody, get hurt. You got business insurance. And I'm like, okay, this is getting real.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know nothing about this. Nobody didn't tell me about this.
Right.
So I had to start Googling, calling whoever I could call to be able to get it. And I felt defeated in that department.
Wow.
I could run a kitchen, but I didn't know anything about paperwork.
Oh my.
So I spent countless nights on Google, on Yahoo, whatever you can think of. I spent countless nights on calling people, trying to figure out, how do I do this? But I found an amazing accountant, which was Mr. Davis. He was amazing. So he just walked me out, look, I got this. Bring everything to me. We're going to get it together.
Wow.
And he lined me up, because if not, baby girl would have been in jail.
Look, because taxes are real. Taxes are real.
If you don't pay your sales taxes,
Come on, they'll walk there.
be in the front of you and you record it.
Exactly. With that
I remember the ball with bullets on the side. No, they used to always have like the ones.
I remember.
They pretty much had like celebrities next to it.
You remember somebody look like, who was that?
They had Fantasia and T.I. They had all them folks. It was just crazy.
People don't understand. They think it's cute when they see a building. And so they don't know like all the stuff behind the scenes.
Entrepreneurship is tough.
Yeah, it is tough.
And restaurant industries, like your industry, is one of the toughest industries.
Yes, because it's so many other costs. Because of course the consumer wants a product. A cheap product is always not good, and a good product is definitely always not cheap. And sometimes we want to go through and appease our community, but we realize we have our margins. Like we can't sell no cookies $3 for $1. No, like, they can't. You get them out the dollar store because these have to cost $3 a piece for me to hit my margins because the ingredients, the quality that you're putting in, the time that you're putting in. But were you ever kind of like, has anybody ever questioned your prices or?
Yes, and I was just about to say, I'm glad you said that. I had to explain to my customers so many times. I ain't gonna call it big box stores. You can go to their bakery because it's made in a factory.
Exactly.
It's frozen when it comes in. All I have to do is just slap some icing on it.
Yep.
So I have to tell them, listen, this is real flour, sugar, butter, whatever to put all this together. Then I got to put it in the oven. So now I'm running up my light bill.
Yes,
I got to use my water. So it can't be the same as when you get it from a big box store at all. So I had to explain that over and over again. Well, it's just only a 2-layer cake. It doesn't matter, baby. We had to put our time in.
I love
to be able to make it. So I had to do that throughout the whole entire
price is the price.
I'm so for that. I am that, and that's my thing is I feel like you shouldn't have to explain your price because people have options to go through and choose whatever you want. But if you're coming to me, my price is my price, and I'm gonna give you the best price up front because if not, I'm gonna be cheating you or cheating myself.
And you're gonna get good flavor.
Exactly, so, and you're paying for quality.
Paying for quality.
Well, I have seen also not only your cookies and your sweets and stuff like that, but your cakes. You make like beautiful cakes, like wedding cakes, and you just do all the like. So, how did you get into that side of the baking? Or was it always natural?
The cakes were always, in the beginning. Because in my house, when I started in my house and did it for a year, it was me and Crystal. She didn't know nothing about baking. We did a lot of Pinterest and a lot of YouTube. I didn't even know how to layer a cake. So I think somebody from Sparta reached out and said, hey, can you make this cake? I said yes before I even knew.
Hold up, pause right there. I like entrepreneurial stories just like this because sometimes I think a lot of times people wait to become an expert.
Yes.
Instead of just taking a leap of faith out there and Googling your way or YouTubing your way to go through and make sure because if you got enough faith in yourself to go through and say I know I can do it, but do I have a process, do I have a proven product? Not yet, but give me the opportunity. I'm gonna do it. How with that particular end product, how did it turn out? And
it turned out,
was it good for the moment from back then?
Well, the actual flavor was good. The flavor was good. The texture was good. I think it was the icing. I didn't have icing consistency down pat and shit. And I was like, and they was like, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. And I was like, that cake look hot. Me and Crystal, to that we were still laughing about it like, baby. We look at them pictures like, that cake.
Oh my goodness. But now you're 10 times better.
I'm 10 times better.
Yeah, exactly.
So with the consistency, but they gave us a chance. I said, listen,
I love it.
This is gonna be my first cake. I was being real.
Right. Yes.
And they said, we heard your flavor is good. We want you to do it.
I love it.
All right. We went to Hobby Lobby. We went to Walmart. We was getting supplies. We did that cake. We was like, Boy, you look a mess. You look a mess. I might share that story one day on Facebook.
Oh my goodness, I want to see the cake. I want to see the cake. What kind of cake was it?
What flavor?
It was a key lime cake.
Okay.
And they wanted like the little rosette patterns. And I didn't realize back then that you couldn't do that with cream cheese. Them roses was sliding everywhere. What you like?
But listen, it was. I bet it was good, and I bet they ate it.
They said we ate every crumb. We want to put in another order.
Oh, wow.
And I said when I do the next order, it's gonna have to be right.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something, especially in entrepreneurship, because most people think you have to know everything before you start the business.
Yes.
And so I like that you were just so aggressive and pretty much like you're so confident in yourself and saying, you know what, I don't know how to do it, but I'm gonna find out how to do it.
Exactly.
And so a lot of things is just pretty much just kind of starting. You have to start somewhere in some place. And so I like that. I like that about you. That's most entrepreneurs.
I love it. So now I want to kind of walk, because I know you had a business on 441. First of all, your shop was amazing.
Yes.
I mean,
Beautiful.
First of all, having a black-owned business on 441, it's not too many black-owned businesses on 441 in Milledgeville. And second of all, done with excellence. I mean, when you walk in, the customer service, I've never had an even better customer service. Great customer service, great product, great display. Everything was great. So kind of tell me, like, who was the visionary behind actually putting it there as well? Because it's beautiful.
Well, that location, I mean, I've always been the visionary. I think Sean was just behind me. Like, wherever you going, that's where we going.
Yeah,
exactly.
Good.
So I knew I had to get on Front Street to make a long story short. And I prayed about it. And I was like, okay, God, before I even tap out this industry, like, I got to hit Front Street.
Yes, yes.
And so I think the moment I was riding up and down 441, I was like, it's nothing out here. And then just so happened I called Jamiria. I think she had a reading place. And I said, hey, is there any, places up there? At that time, the sign wasn't out there. She said, you know what? I think the people been gone for about a year. So I guess you can call Miss Patty and see if it's available.
Correct.
And I said, okay, well, give me her number. I called her. She said, yes, I can meet you up there. Let's walk through. And when I walked in, I said, this is the place.
Wow.
And then, I mean, even though I was only there for a short period of time, like when you make a plan and you say, hey, God, do this, that, and the third, I didn't ever put a time span on it. I just said I wanted to be on Front Street.
Exactly.
Right.
So I didn't say I wanted to be there for 5 years, 10 years.
Right.
God said, hey, I done put you there. Now it's time to move forward.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I made it there, but I wasn't there for a long time.
And then you showed people possibility. I mean, young kids that
Hope.
You
That's
gave them hope. You gave them hope. Because again, like when I saw it, I was so proud and still so proud of the journey. Like my thing is, I tell our videographer, I tell Kayla all the time, I'm not caring about what the census say and what all the numbers are. I'm caring about the process and the consistency.
Yes.
I think so much consistency in the growth, in your personal growth and in the development of your company and just like everything. And I was just so proud to go through and see that. And again, I think it gave hope to other individuals that's going to walk in your shoes. That's going to walk in your shoes. That's going to go through and start their own bakery because you bust down the door as well.
Yeah. Have you had any like interesting or amazing stories of like kids coming up to you and say, I want to be a baker.
Yes.
I want to, you inspire me. Like give us some of those stories.
Well, definitely my children.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I also taught kid decorating classes.
Ooh.
So I think I didn't do it for the adults.
Yes.
I love children, but I did kid decorating parties, and it was like, we want to be just like you, Miss Hope. I want to be a baker. I want to be a baker. And I was like, oh, that warms my heart.
Yeah.
And then my cousin, Tyrell, he's amazing with cakes. So just to find out someone else in my family loves doing what I do, and so he came and worked for me. That was just big within itself.
Wow.
For him to say, hey, cousin, I applaud you. Like, you're such an inspiration. And I'm just like, this little kid, he doing cake better than me.
Wow.
Like, he is a beast with it. He's in college now. I think he's 18.
Wow.
But at the time when he started working for me, I think he was 16, about to turn 17.
Wow.
But he is amazing. You got to check his work out. Tyrell Ray.
Okay.
I'm gonna check him out on
He's
Facebook.
amazing.
Yeah.
So does bacon run in your family? Like, is that something that
With my grandma, a lot of people say other people bake. I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't see it.
Exactly.
But I know my grandma, she baked. So my grandma baked, my mom baked. And so I think that's what kind of got me to baking, because I stayed in the kitchen.
Yes.
If nobody else was in the kitchen, I stayed in the kitchen and I stayed watching Food Network.
Wow.
Well, listen, how does a Thanksgiving and a Christmas look for you? Like, for your home, like when it comes down to all these baked
I
goods.
cannot relax. I'm on 1 year that I'm not cooking.
It's work.
Like the hosts, we cook for every single event. And I mean, I enjoy it. I think last year we went to North Georgia. We went to Blue Ridge to the cabins. I cooked the entire time. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. And then they had some in between. And they still talking about their trip to this day. Because baby girl was throwing down in the kitchen.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow.
I was throwing down in the kitchen.
That's one thing. So I've seen your journey transition. And you over, I think you've been a vegan for like, what, over a year now?
A little bit over a year.
So what caused that transition?
I would say I started watching Tabitha Brown.
Okay.
And I was like, this is very interesting. And then I like to cook. See, a lot of people just think I just bake.
Exactly.
I like to cook too. So I needed mental clarity. I say, people say you go vegan, do less meat, get mental clarity.
Exactly.
I've always had issues with eczema, my skin. And I was like, well, shoot, maybe if I eat clean, maybe my skin will turn clean. So I said, I'm going to just do it for a 30-day detox, 30-day clean. So after I did it for 30 days, I felt amazing.
Wow.
And then I was in there just creating different stuff because we ate a lot of dairy products, a lot of, stuff like that. So I had to get in there and be creative because there's not a lot of options. We only have one vegan restaurant in Millersville. Wow. So it's not a lot of options. So I had to cook. So once I got in there and I got the feel of it, I said, I kind of like this. I like how this going. So I started posting my work on social media.
Starting over.
Everybody and their mama started inboxing me. Then one girl that had the Melanated Vegan Queens, it's an all Black women group. It's almost close to 30,000 women in the group.
Oh, wow.
So the lady reached out to me and she said, hey, I'm doing something new. I just wanted to see if you want to take over the group. I see that you're vegan.
Hold on, wait. So a friend had 30,000. She reached out to you.
And I still have the group now.
Wow.
It's called
That's a big blessing.
the Melanated Vegan Queens. So
30,000 people?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
All Black women across the world, Nigeria, Canada, wherever you want to name it.
Come on, Kristin Hope.
Right here in Millersville. Come on, Kristen.
So I said, but let me bag it up. Because I had asked God when I was going to start my little YouTube channel with my baking. And I said, well, God, I'm going to have to build up a platform. I ain't got that type of time. I don't have patience.
Exactly.
So I said, be patient, though. Be anxious for nothing. So I said, I ain't got time. But lo and behold, I promise you, the moment I said that, maybe 2 weeks later, this lady reached out to me.
Wow.
And it's like, this many people fell in my lap.
Wow.
And it was like, okay, I got to be serious about this vegan thing. These people are watching.
Exactly.
Right.
So I can't go back. I got to go forward.
You can't go back to bacon.
I can't go back. But I mean, I am going to be doing some vegan baked goods, but I'm not going to go back to the old. So now that I went from a 30-day detox, now it's about to transition into a whole different business.
Wow. That's amazing how life happens, because I guarantee if you look back 5 years ago, you probably wouldn't even thought about somebody said, Kristen, you'll be a vegan in the next 5 years. You're probably like, yeah, right. And you probably kept on baking what you were baking.
Because I love to eat. That's one of my goals, to get an RV, travel the world and eat.
Wow.
And I said, now God, some more vegan places gonna have to pop up.
Exactly.
I'm still getting the RV, and I gotta eat. So
I like that.
Eat.
That's a great goal.
Was it did your whole family change to vegan, or?
No, I would say my children are about 80% vegan. Sean is like kind of here and there. And I think the moment I went vegan, he was on board for a second. But then I think now he's being rebellious. He started to eat ribs and stuff. And you know, that kind of,
it's kind of hard. Look, my wife is a self-proclaimed foodie, and I can imagine if I came home, like, so I hate when my wife going like keto diets and stuff. Everything she do is just her diet. I'm like, I don't eat this stuff. But I like how you all still balance. Like, you're able to go through and actually create the diet that you desire, but also go through and actually, okay, make sure your husband's taking care of, your children's taking care of, because that's a decision that you made. And eventually it's probably going to roll off on them eventually, but it's not forced. You're not forcing it on them.
We're going to call Sean a flexitarian. He going to flex. He going to go in. If you want to eat meat one day,
and then he going to eat
vegetables. That's right. That's right.
That is amazing.
That is amazing. I love that. So now, do you have any other ventures that you're in? I know you do your restaurant, you do vegan. I know you have some other things that you're pretty much working on.
Well, I mean, nothing right now. I'm just pretty much just enjoying life.
Yes.
I haven't like cooked and baked in a while. I do it here and there, but mainly I'm at home. I'm outside. I'm doing yard work. I'm about to start my garden. So I really just been at home, just enjoying everything. Then we bought like a little tiny house. I have to show it to you. And I done turned that into our kitchen studio.
Oh, nice.
So I'll be doing filming in there. And I haven't put it on the market just yet.
Yes, that is beautiful.
And I like that you're still, because I think so many times, if COVID-19 hasn't taught us anything, it's taught us to go through and actually be at peace should be at rest, because sometimes we get so busy trying to do this. But I think that time spending with your, as a wife, as a mother, as just Kristin Hope, and as a chef, you're able to go through and slow down enough to go through and find yourself again, and then plan your next leg of the journey, because you don't have to go through and just go off the cuff and say, I'm going to do this. Now it's planning. It's like, okay, I got this. And even if it takes several months or a year, whatever, you're planning it at your own pace as well.
Well, I want to know, what is one of your favorite vegan dishes that you like say, this is like the best dish ever that you prepare or that you love?
I would say my vegan 4-bean burger. It's made of all beans. It has kidney beans, black beans, chickpeas, and what is the other bean?
Pinto?
It might be pinto beans. Yeah.
Okay.
So I got like 4 different beans in there, and there's some other herbs and stuff inside, and it's so yummy. I'll be selling those too. And my jackfruit barbecue.
I saw it on Instagram or Facebook. You posted.
It's so good.
Ooh, that sounds so good.
And I'm working on some vegan oxtails.
Look, oh my God.
Listen.
And one thing, because I think that so many times, like, healthy living is very important. I think in our community, more people are becoming more aware of healthy living. They're becoming more aware of what we're putting in our mouths and eating as well. And especially our seniors, like, a lot of times people are suffering from hypertension or diabetes or congestive heart failure, just different diagnoses or different chronic illnesses, where some of the stuff is based off what we're eating.
Right.
Some of the stuff, like, if we're eating pigtails and we're trying to wonder how we're getting hypertension, you don't have to wonder, just look at the plate.
Right.
And I think so. When it comes to healthy living, have you seen, like, have you been more refreshed, more healthier, like, since you started eating cleaner?
And that's why everyone like, why you keep waking up, jumping everywhere? I feel refreshed. I feel light. I don't feel heavy, bogged down. I think I can think a little bit clear every day. And then, like, my taste buds, like my palates is totally different.
Wow.
Even if I wanted to go back to meat, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
I tried to eat. I think we went to North Carolina to visit Sean's family. And we went by this Jamaican restaurant, because Jamaican is my thing.
I love Jamaican food.
I love Jamaican food. I ate those oxtail, baby. I paid for it.
Wow.
This was like last year. I was still in transition. My mind is a lot stronger now.
Yeah.
But I ate that, and oh my gosh, I felt so sick. And I said, I don't want to feel like this.
Exactly.
So I just got to keep pushing forward. And I am working on a cookbook.
Oh,
so much. So won't you tell us, what would you recommend, especially someone transitioning from a regular, meat lifestyle to a vegan lifestyle? What are some tips?
I would just say anything that's your favorite, I would just say sub it out. So if you know you like eating eggs, get the plant-based eggs, and just make it to your taste. If you like to eat, I'm trying to think of something. Just like we said, the pulled, like people like to eat pulled pork, get jackfruit, and just kind of sub it out, add barbecue to it. So whatever is your favorite, or if you like eating spaghetti, get the Beyond Meat or get the Impossible Meat.
Right.
I'm not really big on processed meat too much, because I mean, process is process.
Yes.
But I would say if you're transitioning, it's a step going forward.
Exactly.
So whatever you like to eat, just look it up on Pinterest, Google it, and just try, like you said, substitute, modify it out, and you'll be on your way.
And I like that even when you took a misstep a year or so ago, when you were transitioning, you didn't beat yourself up over it. You were able to realize that, you know what, I'm going back to the choices I made, my healthier choice that I made, instead of just saying, you know what, I failed, I'm going to get down on myself. You're like, you know what? Okay, I tried it. This wasn't mine, so I'm getting right back on path. So you were not afraid to start that journey, go continue that journey.
That's what I tell people too. Like, at the end of the day, your journey is your journey.
Yes.
Only you know your why. So don't let nobody tell you, well, don't eat that cow, don't eat this. I'm not here to judge you, because at the end of the day, we came in this world by ourselves. We leaving by ourselves.
Exactly.
So you have to know what your why is. So you got to tune out all the noise, because I'm not that type of vegan that try to say, oh, don't eat this, or don't wear that leather purse. Like, it's not that easy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Some people are like, you know what, you just killed the cow.
You just killed the cow. But everybody is in different financial brackets.
Yes.
Right.
Everybody live in different demographics.
Yes.
Like, this person may live over here, and they may not be able to have access to the farmer's market.
Correct.
This, that, and the third.
Right.
So you got to do what you got to do.
Exactly.
So your why is your why, and your journey is your journey.
Yes.
Well, man, this has been an eye-opening and an amazing interview. I mean, and just like I said, our goal was to go through and just introduce you to our team, our audience, to go through and let people know that, hey, there are melanated vegans out here that are making,
and this is the queen here, and this is the queen
that can making healthy decisions.
Yes.
And that's one thing is I'm not a vegan, but one of the things I'm working on is making healthier decisions. My eating habit is totally off. Like I'm not a big foodie, so I kind of eat maybe once or twice a day, but I'm realizing the older I get, the more cleaner I need to be eating as well. So that's one thing I am becoming more aware of that. And I realized that the little 99-cent burgers, that's probably not the healthiest thing, because it's so
it's
processed.
99 cents for a reason.
It's for a reason. For a reason. I'm like, and I'm trying to stay healthy and live a long time.
Try to live a long
so
life.
Get good quality products in me as well. So, Kristen, before we actually leave, I want you to go through and look at this camera over here and tell people how can they connect with you via social media or website, whatever, and then give them one parting piece of advice as the Melanated Vegan Queen.
Yes.
All right, you guys, you can find me on Facebook. My name is Kristin Nicole Hope on Facebook. I don't have my vegan page just yet, but it's going to be called Sweet Georgia Vegan. Sweet Georgia Vegan.
Yes.
And if you are a Black queen, a melanated queen, please follow me at The Melanated Queen on Facebook.
Yeah.
And my advice to you is, if you want to go on this journey, just know what your why is, why you're doing it, and don't let nobody deter you from going on this journey, this healthy journey. Get healthy one dish at a time.
Come on. I love that. That's amazing. That's a great wrap. Well, thank you for tuning into Conversations with the Homecare Guyz. We're excited about this episode. We thank you, Kristen, for just coming in and being our special guest. And I want you to remember, definitely follow us on YouTube as well as Spotify. Listen to our Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel to see all of our great episodes as well as our guests, our special guests.
Exactly. And also, so on YouTube, we have a special session where we're going to do an after show where we're going to kind of delve a little bit deeper into the conversation as well. So if you're interested in hearing a little bit more about this conversation, make sure you click the link below to go through and actually follow the after show as well. We're going to be asking Kristen some more juicy questions as well about this vegan process and about just her journey as an entrepreneur. So Kristen, again, we thank you so much for joining us. And guys, we look forward to continue to follow us again every Tuesday and Thursday on all social media channels.